never figured this chair out. What's going on?
Sunday is an opportunity for your team to kind of go in there and go place to place, prime time, marquee matchup, and make an impact.
Yeah, for sure. Every time we get to step out on the field, it's an opportunity for us. So looking forward to it. Looking forward to the matchup, divisional opponent, which is always a good one in Buffalo. And so definitely looking forward, getting ready this week. Had a good day of practice yesterday, and so looking forward for the matchup on Sunday for sure.
How does one defend an MVP frontrunner like Josh Allen, obviously having maybe the best season of his career, not making a lot of mistakes? What do you really do against someone who's just on a roll like that?
Yeah, just as a defense, obviously you got to play discipline football. I got to do a good job of doing the little things right over and over and over again, because he can make you pay. Definitely with extended plays, using his arm. They got a good running game going on too. So I think the key for them is really just being disciplined, which we've done that in the past against this team.
When you broke down the last game, DeMarcus, what did you see as the primary issues for the defense in the last game?
Yeah, so for us, it's really about last game, really breaking that down. I would say just the same thing. We talk about like what's going to need to beat Buffalo. To his question, is discipline and consistency on every play. That's really the deal.
How would you describe where you guys are fundamentals-wise right now as a defense?
Where would I describe that?
How would you describe it? Do you feel like the fundamentals are at
Yeah, I think there's a good amount of things that we need to improve in daily. So I wouldn't say that's definitely an area that we need to improve in. That's not the only area we need to improve in. So for us, we need to improve in a good amount of things as we finish off these next 3 weeks.
Marcus, Jerron mentioned yesterday that Josh Allen made a big leap when he started taking profit and hitting those checkdowns. So after that, once he started doing that, how did your game planning change for Josh Allen, say the last year or two?
Yeah, for us, it's about not giving them big plays, force them to take the check down and tackle that. So that's the key thing. If you're up there taking away the check down, he's going to throw it right over your head. So for us, it's really containing the quarterback, stopping the run, giving up no big plays. All right, forcing them to take the profit, and then going down there and tackling that. So that's kind of how I would say.
Marcus, how tough is it to defend their run game? How tough is it to defend their run game with Allen being such a factor in a lot of those option style schemes?
Yeah, so anytime you add the element of a quarterback run game, create extra gaps, extra defender, it's always tough. It's always tough.
DeMarcus, I think historically, even over the last 3 years, it's been one of the top 10 defenses here.
Yeah.
And obviously this year the results aren't the same. Just how would you boil down some of the main issues in the
Yeah, I would say every year is different. Every defense is different. So that's kind of how I would look at it. Like I wouldn't read too much into it. So for us, we're just trying to do the best we can every week. Us as a coaching staff, us as a players. And I think those guys are working hard and trying to do what we ask them to do. So, I look at each year being different, each year. So like what you did last year, what we did previous years, every year is different. So that's kind of how I look at it.
Marcus, is it frustrating, disappointing? Does it piss you off that it hasn't been to the level that obviously the capabilities of the win?
I think we all want to win. So, when you come here and put in all the hours and do all the things, all right, you want to win. You want to win for the players. You want to win for your family. You want to win for your kids. So you want to win for the people in this building. So you definitely, obviously there's, you can be frustrated, but at the same time, like for us, it's you have to continue to have, you can't walk around with your head down and I'm frustrated. Like you got to work. You got to continue to put in the work like our coaches have been or like our players have been, and then continue to go. So like there's things you have to learn from and keep it moving.
Schematically, what stands out most to you about Joe Brady's offense?
I would say balanced offense. Obviously it has the quarterback, and then for me, like he does a good job of continue to moving the chains. Really good job moving the chains. Within the running game and the passing game. Good red area team. So good third down team. And so for him, he does a good job of really spreading the ball out. To everyone, not just giving it to one individual, spreads the ball out. and that's including with the quarterback. So that's where for him, where you have to defend. Where most teams, it's like you got your go-to guys, where everybody can get the ball on any single play for this team.
Marcus, I asked Dante last week where he's gotten better as a coach. Obviously, he's a rookie, but he expressed his preparation for meetings is better now than it was, say, week 2, 3, and 4. I'm curious for you, where are you better as a coach this week, last week, versus back in September?
Yeah, I think every week, you learn something different about yourself as a team and ways to improve. And so that's kind of how I see. I'm a better coach from last year, previous years, the other day, all the days. So like as human beings, we try to get better at everything we do all the time. So I look at it as every day as an opportunity to for me. I look at it. I can't have a bad day. I can't afford to have a bad day. So as a defensive coordinator, so that's what I try to do. I try to bring my best foot forward every single day, and bring that for the players, and for this team. So I can't afford to have a bad day.
With some of the struggles this year, are you guys trying anything different week to week, or are you just trying to stay on the same approach that you thought would work earlier in the season?
Yeah, I think you have to adapt. You have to adapt with who you're playing, who you have, what players are doing well, what they're not doing well. I think you can't just stay the same. You always got to kind of evolve as the season goes on. And so that's what we're doing. So depending on who we have, what we have, who we're playing, who's available, who's not available. I think that's every week. That's the almost with the game plan element. Then also like who do you have available for your team wise.
You guys have dealt with enough in the way of injury or missing guys for whatever reason over the course of the year. Do you feel like you've had to dial back what you've asked your defense to do over the course of the season here?
Yeah, and that's part of it too. So you have to adjust, adapt or die. That's basically what you got to do. You have to adapt or die each week to your point, like who you have and what you have, and but you still hold the standard of what you want for the defense. So the standard of our defense doesn't change of what we want. Good communication, good fundamentals, good tackling, play well, like flying around to the football and try to make the opponents pay. So those deals doesn't change. What you do within the playbook here and there, it may change or based off of where you're at, of course.
When you assess the ability to manufacture pressure,
Yeah.
How has that reached the standard that you sort of speak of on that question?
Yeah, I think for us, depends on like what they're in, what they're doing, and at that point of the game. So a lot of it is you want to sit here and say like, hey, let's pressure, or let's do this. What point of the game are we at? Are we up? Are we down? What's the down and distance? How is the game going? Like there's a lot of factors in, and like when you want to do certain things. So that's kind of how it is. Like as a play caller, you got to make sure that like those factors are you got to pick the right times on when to do it. So that's kind of how I look at it.
Two more questions.
How would you assess your group's eye discipline in recent weeks?
Eye discipline. I think that's part of one of the fundamentals of where we can always improve in. So whether it's man coverage, whether it's your run pass key reads, those different deals. So again, there's areas where we need to improve in, and again, I'll take accountability for that, 100%. So, and we talk about those different fundamentals every single day, and we work those fundamentals every day. So, and we'll continue to work on it. And I'm proud of the way the guys show up to work every day. And you guys should be proud of those guys, the way they show up, work every day. They're trying to play out there, play hard, and improve and finish.
You said earlier in response to Mark that comparing the defense to past years, I wouldn't look into it too much.
Yeah.
I'm curious what you meant by that.
I don't look at. I look at what we do week to week. So that's what I look at. I look at what we do week to week and how we can win the game. And so that's kind of how I look at it. So, trying to get a W. That's how I look at it. Trying to get a W. That's the most important thing, to me is winning. Yep.